Hey guys, Lynn here in the Krieger kitchen. Now I know when it gets as hot as it's been lately, I could live on snowballs and iced tea. Today I'm going to show you how to make a snowball at your house with no special equipment and a sweet tea syrup to pour on top. So what I've got going is some water. I've got 4 cups of water simmering. I'm going to add a 1.25 cups of sugar to this. I really just want this to stay at a simmer long enough to dissolve the sugar. There's a little bit of salt. Once the sugar's dissolved, you're going to let this cool off and add the juice and zest of 3 lemons. Remember, when you're zesting, don't push down too hard. You want just that bright yellow and none of that bitter white pith. Adding the zest to this is going to add all of those essential oils that are really going to make this smell amazing and intensify that lemony flavor. Go ahead and squeeze all of that juice in. And if your lemons aren't giving you a whole lot of juice, try popping them in the microwave for 5 seconds or so. That'll soften up all the insides and help you get maximum juiciness. The last thing we'll add is some vodka. Now go easy with it. No one's getting boozed up yet. What this is going to do is prevent ice crystals from forming in big chunks. You only need about 2 tablespoons worth. That's it. Now we need to let it cool before we put it in the freezer. You're going to want to use a metal dish for this. Glass and freezers don't get along so well. I'm using a steamed pan. You could use a cake pan if you'd like instead. You're going to let this sit until it's cool to the touch, then cover it with plastic wrap and pop it in the refrigerator for about an hour. While we're waiting for the snowball base to chill, let's put together that sweet tea syrup. I have a cup of water. And I want to bring this to a low simmer. That means just a few bubbles at a time. We're about to add a lot of sugar to a lot of water, and we don't want that to overheat. It's no fun to clean, trust me. Once you see a few bubbles on the bottom, you can go ahead and add your brown sugar. Pack your scoop down tight. You'll add 2 cups of brown sugar for every cup of water you'll use. This syrup gets a little bit of salt too. Remember, adding salt to desserts is going to help bring out all of those flavors and really round out a lot of the sweetness. Let this simmer for about 10 minutes or until it coats the back of a spoon really, really thickly. Next, you're going to kill the heat and drop in 4 extra large tea bags. Now you're just going to let this sit until your syrup is completely cool. Transfer it to another container and pop it in the refrigerator until our snowball is ready. Our snowball base is all ready. It's been in the freezer for about 4 hours. I stirred it with a fork every 30 minutes or so to break up any of the large crystals that could have formed. To serve this, you're going to want to scrape across the top instead of scoop straight down. That's going to break up all the ice and give you this really fluffy texture. Big drizzle of that sweet tea syrup. And if you're feeling fancy, you can garnish it with just a little bit of mint. There you go, snowball at home. Head to rootsandball.com for this recipe and a whole lot more. Stay cool, you guys.